we all can admit the shoes this year might have started off slow, but it ended with a bang. Super King, aka Mr. Get Your Tank Top Ready. We back at it again, fine people. It's the end of the year. Everybody talking about what they top 10 shoes of the year. What's their top shoes of the year? I don't do top 10 shoes of the year. I only bought about 13, 14 pair of shoes this year, so I don't do top 10. I believe in doing it just like we do everything. I got like a top 3. You know, if you ain't in the top 3, we ain't gonna even mention. But we got some honorable mentions I have to talk about because, like I say, it was a good year. I like this year. It was definitely a good year for shoes, and I'm definitely looking forward to 23. You know, we see a lot of promise coming in 2023, and 2022, y'all gotta admit, went out with a bang when it came to shoes. But let's get this thing started. We're gonna start off with my first honorable mention. First honorable mention, the Cardinal 3. I know this shoe is not going to be on anyone's list. Nobody is thinking about this Cardinal 3, but this was a well-executed shoe. Even just looking at it right now on the camera, this was a very well-executed shoe. I definitely like this Cardinal 3. Now, the paint is nice on it. This is definitely one that sticks out in the crowd. So honorable mention, Cardinal 3. Next honorable mention, a shoe, of course, I did not get. But you guys, anybody who know me, been following my channel, you know I'm not really into a lot of hype shoes. I'm into a lot of OG shoes. And when I see certain shoes, they look good to me, they look good to me. It doesn't matter, you know, where they come from. And that's that Lost the Dunk. I'm gonna be honest with you, that's a nice looking shoe. I'm not even really into SBs like that and all that, but like, you know, my bad, I call it Lost the Dunk, see? I'm not really into SBs like that, but you know, that's a nice shoe. You gotta admit, it's a nice looking shoe. The story behind it, it's just a nice shoe, and I'm definitely gonna give it honorable mention. I have to give credit when credit due. That is definitely a nice shoe. Next, we have another honorable mention that I know the whole internet gonna go crazy. Everybody, I can see your comments now, but you know, this is my truth. My next honorable mention will be the Lost and Found 1. I'm waiting on it. But before y'all get started, I have to explain this to you. I'm not a big Jordan 1 fan, but I must admit, they impressed me with this Lost and Found 1. The story behind it and the ticket, they really had me. So if I could have got this shoe, I probably would have got it and not wore it, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad whoever got it, they can enjoy it, because I probably would have just let it sit up, because I'm telling you, I like the story behind it. I really, to be honest with you, as y'all know, I have my own Lost and Found story. This is 95 Chicago 1. I mean, of course, you know, if I still got a shoe 25 years later, you can tell I really don't wear ones like that. I have them because, you know, I'm a shoe guy, but, you know, it really wasn't that big to me. So let's get into the top 3. Number 3 for me is going to definitely be that Chicago 2. By the way, I'm filming this the day they came out. Shoes sold out. Let's do a round of applause for Nike. Y'all gotta admit, I mean, they pulled a good one. They took a shoe basically that nobody thought was a cool shoe and started letting the cool kids hang out with it. And now all of a sudden, everybody is hanging out with the new cool kid. It's wild to me about this shoe game. A 2 selling out. You couldn't have sold this story 7 years ago, but that's the marketing of Nike. That's what they do. They've always done this. I mean, they basically, you know, just made a bunch of people who say something adamantly for years. I hear say, I hate them. They're too bulky. They too this. And I see that they're sold out everywhere. So we're going to give a round of applause to that Jordan Chicago 2. Next, we have a shoe that I know is not going to be on anyone's top 10. Surprisingly, shoe hasn't been out 11 years, and I guarantee it'll be on nobody's top 10. It's definitely, for me, number 2 is that Cardinal 7. This shoe I have been looking forward to, and if you've been watching my channel, if you've been watching me This was big on my radar from the beginning. All the way back when they announced this shoe, I want to say back in March, they said they were going to sneak it in, and I definitely am happy to have this Cardinal 2. And I'm going to put this one right to the feet because it's a long time coming for me and this particular shoe right here. But I'm going to show you guys something. I know what you guys are going to do. This is an OG shoe, and I'm going to show you what people did last year, and that's what this shoe actually reminds me of for this year. Remember this OG from last year? That will happen to be on No One's top 10. I watched all of you. I watched just about everybody. It was on probably one YouTuber who had this Carmine 6 in their top 10. And I watched, keep in mind, I've been watching YouTube for years. I watched people ask for this shoe for years. Let me get it with Nike Air on the back. Let me get it with Nike Air on the back. The shoe went to outlets. Of course, I know some of them, had flaws with the paint, but this shoe was not on No One's top 10. And that Cardinal 7 reminds me of that. That's what people are gonna do. Watch everybody top 10. That Cardinal 7 would not be in people's top 10. Drum roll, please, for my number one shoe for 2022. And if you know me, you know what my number one shoe is. You know what my number one silhouette is. Nothing changes. It is no other than the Fire Red 3. Round of applause. Shoot the guns and the bombs. This is my number one. I've been waiting on this shoe for a long time. They complete the pack. So we got all the OG colorways now. And we got all the OG colorways with Nike Air. Another shoe that's sad that everybody's claimed they wanted, but I'm happy. I'm telling you, I am so happy. Like I said in the previous videos, if I didn't get another shoe all year, this was the shoe. The Fire Red 3. Definitely worth the wait, definitely the shape, definitely when Jordan Brand finally did it, they finally, since 2015, they finally did it. They got the last one right. So I'm definitely looking forward to next year when we get that white cement 3. Side note, I'm gonna say again, for all the people who let these sit, please, let us old people, please, let us have that white cement 3. Well, that is my top shoes for 2022. I appreciate everybody for following me. Make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you comment. Come in and talk to me because, if you're in the shoe community, it's subjective. Some people like certain things. Some people like all collabs. Some people like OGs like myself. Some people like other shoes other than just Jordans. And, there's other shoes that came out this year that I had that I didn't think, top these Jordans this year. Jordan really did their thing this year. They gave us the OGs. They giving us the hits. But always remember over here, we keep the body tight, feet right. Later.